Over the last year, competitive Magic the Gathering play has all but completely disappeared. Prior to that, emphasis from competitive Grand Prix main events was shifting hard to casual command fests and command zones, moving Magic further away from non-casual formats like Standard and Modern. The word Modern was dropped from the Modern Masters series. Suddenly, Masters series weren't about mastering Modern. Wizards of the Coast said Modern was not a format that they felt really sold packs. A new format, Pioneer, was invented as a more reasonable, more popular, certainly more promoted alternative to Modern, who WotC even ceased having as a GP format until reluctantly bringing back some Modern events. So you know what that means? It's time for Modern Horizons 2, the Modern-oriented specialty set designed with Modern and Modern players in mind. Ha ha ha! Look, all joking aside, Modern was once my favorite format, far more so than Commander and even Pauper. And in fact, my crusade, this channel's whole reprint thing, this channel's whole Get Fetch Lands reprinted thing, that was born solely, and I kid you not, solely out of me just wanting people to be playing Modern, and me being sick of how dang expensive the format was, which prevented people from playing Modern. And I still love Modern, and I want to play Modern, and I always wanted people to play Modern. That's why I was talking about reprinting Fetch Lands. I wanted people to be able to afford to play the format that I love. That's it. No other sinister motives such as the many my detractors have ascribed to me over the years in that area. And now, they are reprinting Fetch Lands in Modern Horizons 2. Maybe Modern will be featured in the inevitable return to competitive play. Do you remember that? Playing 1v1? I love playing 1v1. And when I'm doing it, I want to be playing Modern. And Pauper. Well, presented here are my 5 predictions for Modern Horizons 2, as well as my grade from my Strixhaven predictions, or you can just skip that part, but please don't skip this next part, the ad. How else will I afford to buy a box of Modern Horizons 2? This video is sponsored by Keeps, a subscription men's health brand for hair loss prevention. And while this video is about Modern Horizons predictions, sometimes there's just things we can't predict, like Mother Nature. Having control over how you look and how you present yourself to the world matters to many, and for some, we lose that control over our hair. That's where Keeps comes in. Did you know there's only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there? Well, Keeps is the generic version of these. And since it's the generic version, that means it's incredibly more affordable than those powerful yet expensive name brands. And that's all there is to it. That's all that needs to be said, plain and simple. This is non-name brand medication at a huge savings, and Keeps sets you up with doctor consultations online, real licensed doctors that you get treated from at home. The medication gets delivered right to your door. Simple, safe, secure. What an easy process. There is nothing wrong with going bald, just like there's nothing wrong with me needing glasses. If I wanted, I could get contact lenses. I could choose that, oh, I want to present myself that way. But in this case, I'm happy presenting myself this way. It could go either way, and if you do care about struggling with balding and you're ready to take that action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/Tolarian or click the link in the description to receive 50% off your first order. That's KEEPS.com/Tolarian. But always remember, hair or no, glasses or no, dress shirts and ties or t-shirts and jeans, you are gorgeous. You are sexy, however you want to present yourself and whoever you are. Like the clothing we wear, the aids we utilize, Keeps is just that, a tool for you to wield in controlling how you wish to present yourself. And thank you, Keeps, for sponsoring this video. All right, are you ready to see how I did last time? No? You want to just skip ahead? Oh, gosh. Fine, roll it. Prediction number 1, I got 2 words for you. Harry Potter. I think that this set is just going to reek, absolutely reek of Harry Potter. Prediction number 2, there's an optimistic take and a cynical take. Cynical take is this is going to be War of the Spark with 36 planeswalkers and they can all be your commander. And the optimistic take is this is going to be like Dominaria, where everything under the sun is legendary. My prediction is we are going to see the return of tribal matters, spells like tribal sorceries or instants or enchantments or other such relations, only it's going to be tied to the houses, and it's going to be on modal cards where you have one house on one side, one house on the other. I predict that it will be revealed that the Voldemort-like villain, perhaps, of Strixhaven is actually one of the other Phyrexian praetors. My prediction for the returning mechanic we may see is either going to be the wonderful level up mechanic that was first introduced in original Zendikar, or the experience mechanic that we saw in a set of Commander Planeswalker decks. You want to know the truth? Joking aside, I could not be happier to be so very wrong in my Strixhaven predictions. I was rather pessimistic, and I did not want to be right, and it doesn't look like I really was. Remember, there's a difference between what I am wishing for and what I am predicting. Keep that in mind as we get into the Modern Horizons 2 predictions. In the end, Strixhaven did a lot right, so much so I ended up putting out a video that was a gushing love letter, both to the mechanics and flavor of Lorehold, which if you haven't watched, I urge you to check out here, as it is just the sort of thing that makes my heart, well, gush, overflow. I love it, and I wanted to share that love, but enough about Strixhaven, we're on to Modern Horizons. Prediction number 5 is based on the fact that they have already revealed that Counterspell will be reprinted in Modern Horizons 2, adding it to the Modern Library of Legality, and I could not be happier about this. I have wanted Counterspell in Modern for so long now. Remember, I'm old-time Modern fanatic, and I think this is epic that it's finally here, but I don't think it's the only one. Prediction number 5 is that we will see another epic, unthinkable legacy card reprinted directly into Modern of a similar vein as Counterspell. Which one? Shardless Agent is one of my top picks. The Cascade Creeper would be a shocking addition to the format. Again, keep in mind, this is not me saying I want Shardless Agent in there, or do I? But it is me thinking that we're gonna see something big, Counterspell big. And when I think, all right, what's a big legacy legal card that isn't in Modern, but could be? Shardless Agent is top of that list. Along those lines, I also think in the direction of Sneak Attack. That's a strong possibility. Big, impactful, it's a fan favorite. Oh, if you've never played Legacy Sneak Attack, come on, proxy it up. It's such a great experience. And it's the sort of reprint into Modern that would make an audience go, wow. Same goes for Baleful Strix and, I don't know, Sinkhole? What do you think about Sinkhole? Too far? Maybe just him? Here's my want versus prediction. I don't think they're going to do this, but it would be on my list, and that's reprinting Lyn Civi. Yep, that's a card, and who synergizes with the Rebel type. Modern Rebels. Talk about breathing new life and new interest into a White X build. But there's a lot more legacy cards that we might see, and I think Counterspell is just the start of those reveals, not the end. Prediction 4 is based off the shocking feature character on the Modern Horizons 2 box art, namely that this splashy premium set has chosen to headline with Dakin Blackblade? You really know how to draw me into excitement here, Wizards of the Coast. Dakin is a fan favorite from that distant era known as the 90s, and with him comes my prediction, Modern Horizons 2 will lean heavy into nostalgia and old characters and references. Let me tell you kids about a time not so long ago. Well, actually, maybe it was a time long ago, because it was before Dominaria. The overwhelming sentiment at that time from Wizards of the Coast was that old did not sell, that nostalgia was the opposite direction Magic should be going in, that the majority of the player base didn't even know what Dominaria was, so why should we ever return there? Then we returned there, and it was a home run. Hailed as one of the best sets in Magic history, suddenly what was old was new again. And Wizards of the Coast found that 90s nostalgia energized the fan base in ways that the 18th new version of Chandra just couldn't. So now here we are, sticking Dakin Blackblade on the box instead of Liliana. Sorry, Lily. And I think this is going to be an elderly Magic player's dream come true once we see the rest of the set. But I don't think that the featured Dakin was designed with Modern in mind. What's that, you ask? How could the featured card of Modern Horizons 2 not be a design meant to enhance the Modern meta? Well, that just leads me to prediction number 3, the belief that we are going to see clear Commander staples printed alongside the Horizon of this Modern set. Now, let me be clear here before things get twisted up. I'm not just jumping on the meme train of Modern Horizons 2, more like Commander Horizons 2, however accurate or inaccurate that may be when hurling it at other specialty sets. I will say that given Commander is now the most popular and most played format, and that Modern is literally absent from existence due to COVID, the lack of competitive Magic circuits, Arena not having it, Spell Table not supporting it, etc., that expecting design to say, hey, we gotta make sure there's a lot of Commander goodies in here is not at all unreasonable. But that is not to say that I think this literally will be a Commander-oriented set, nor will it be Commander Legends 2. Simply, I am predicting that we will see a heavy hand of Commander at play in many of the key cards. But prediction number 2 is all about Modern, and what new, original for Modern cards we are likely to see featured, namely, tribes. I predict less chase bombs like Hogak, a huge mistake from Modern Horizons 1, and instead diving in to exciting new tribal cards for beloved tribes of Modern, the ones that just can't seem to make it to Tier 1, but their fans sure wish they would. Tribal sets sell. Tribes are popular, and everyone has a pet tribe that they wish could break free into the top tier of their favorite format. Modern, more so than most, because it's got this giant swath of legal cards encompassing everything from slivers to allies to, what's the other one? Merfolk. And yes, here comes that distinction between what I want and what I expect. I want to see Merfolk. They've earned it. They've never been featured in any Modern Masters set as a draftable tribe or any of the other specialty sets. There's never been a Merfolk sub-theme or anything like that. They're a valid tribe. Why won't you give them a chance? I just don't think they will do that, even though I dream of it. Modern Horizons 1 already brought us slivers, so unfortunately, we are unlikely to see them return as our tribe. And I doubt very much that they're going to go fully into something as cliché as goblins, elves, those sort of classic tribes. Instead, think back to my prediction about a reprint like Lyn Civi, and what if we had something like Rebels, which could stretch out across different colors? Reprint old key cards like her and also design brand new ones, bring about new Modern decks? Modern Horizons is the soft rotation of the format after all, so I think a strategy like that is very likely. Alright, so what's my number 1 prediction for Modern Horizons 2? I'll be blunt. I predict this will be the most expensive Magic the Gathering set ever. Literally. That's it. That's the prediction. More expensive than any Masters set, including Double Masters and Ultimate Masters. More expensive than Modern Horizons 1, whose price I felt at the time was a couple of bucks too high. I was like, why can't they just make this $4 like Conspiracy? Well, now I'll be begging for us to go back to the Modern Horizons 1 pricing again, because I wouldn't be at all surprised if packs of Modern Horizons 2 were double that of Modern Horizons 1. And don't you dare start saying something like, but the EV is double that, or stop it. Now, before you start yelling at me that this is a weak prediction because pre-order prices are already being seen and up and through the roof, I want to clarify. My prediction is that this is Wizards of the Coast who is going to make it the most expensive Magic the Gathering product ever, meaning specifically that what they are charging distributors, local game stores, and us via their direct sales on Amazon will be significantly more than any previous product they've made. Already, Wizards of the Coast has gotten out there with a statement that Modern Horizons 2 will not be a limited print run, and that doesn't surprise me one bit. They'll sell you as much of this as they can, but they'll be selling it to you at the highest price they've ever asked. Some of these pre-order prices may actually be good deals instead of initial inflated hype, like usual. So how am I going to evaluate whether I got this prediction right or wrong? Well, I've already been hearing from a lot of local game store owners and one or two distributors, and what I'm trying to build up is a picture not only of what Wizards of the Coast is charging those that they sell the booster packs to, but also what they did charge in the past for things like Modern Horizons 1 and what the price difference is on that back end. Never mind what we, the customer, are going to actually see on the open marketplace. Keep in mind, sets like Time Spiral Remastered have an enormous price tag because Wizards of the Coast just didn't print very much of it. But when people kept buying it at the outrageously high prices, it sent a message from consumer to corporation that people will pay those outrageous markups. So the company went and made the markups that people were willing to pay the new standard. Freebie prediction, my honorary that I did not have at the beginning, I think that even as the most expensive Magic the Gathering set ever, even when Modern is not what you might call a supported or played format in paper at the moment, Modern Horizons 2 will still sell off the shelves, continuing the cash train for Hasbro and ensuring that in regards to the cost of Magic the Gathering, Wizards of the Coast has not yet found the ceiling. But that's just me, and now I want to hear from you. Have you even ever played Modern? Did you see my video on how to play Modern? You should check that one out. What do you think we're going to see in Modern Horizons 2? Where do you think I was right, and where do you think I was wrong? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, just go to keeps.com/Tolarian or click the link in this video's description to receive 50% off your first order. That's KEEPS.com/Tolarian. Thank you, Keeps, for the affordable option you are bringing to viewers of this channel and for sponsoring this prediction video.